I gotta share something with you guys. I have spoken about this before, but maybe it's good to speak about it again. You know, like the Apostle Paul says, he had a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan to buffet him. But we are told that thorn was to help him to stay close to the Lord and to remind him to remain humble. It's interesting because I think I have a thorn in the flesh as well. I really do. Well, in 2010, I became a Christian. I joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and right after that, I discovered I had a rare condition called Epstein anomaly. Epstein anomaly is like a heart murmur. When they looked into it, it's genetics. I had it since I was a child, but as I got older, it's gotten worse. The best way I can explain it is like the left ventricles of the heart is not operating correctly. So it causes these weird and rare palpitations. Sometimes they will last almost 48 hours. So imagine 48 hours of a heart beating over 150. So, yeah, it's definitely not good. Okay, so I will be sweating, going through these rare conditions. So we've had, the family and I visited doctors and everything, and we've had at least 3 surgeries thus far. I had 2 ablations done, and we had to have an open heart because the left side of the heart has gotten so big that I was a prime candidate for heart attack. So we took care of that. So the latest surgery we had was about 2 years ago. We went to Hershey Medical Center. We also worked with the Reading Hospital. The doctors were amazing. So with the change of my diet, thank God for Adventism, that made a huge difference. And I'm still working on things as well. Changing my diet and eating right and exercise had made a difference. But the thing about Epstein, there is really no cure for it. You can put things in place to assist the heart. You really can't fix it because it's already swollen, right? There's no way you can do that. So in the surgery that I had, the open heart surgery, they were able to fix part of the ventricles that were weak. They took some veins somewhere in my body and then fix the part of the veins that were already weakened so that the heart can have enough blood. But the best way, from my understanding, is pretty much when these palpitations are happening, it's like a revolving door and the heart is not able to regulate itself. So there's things I can do. I can calm down, sit down, kind of lean, put my head upside down in a sense. I noticed that helps for the blood to flow better. But anyway, things have gotten a little bit better with the surgery. It's not fixed. I would say 20% better. I used to have these palpitations on their own. I no longer have that. But what I do have, if I'm working, I'm out in nature doing my prayer walk and I couldn't even finish. I had to stop. And I had a whole goal this morning to walk for an hour, over 5 miles, but that didn't happen. I think I only did 20 minutes. Anyway, because the heart started peaking up on its own, and I'm like, okay, gotta head home, get some rest. Anyway, I guess my point in sharing this with you today is to say, keep yours truly in your prayer. I want to be open and clear about things, and we're doing what we can to make sure I take care of myself and stuff like that. But yours truly doesn't have a good heart condition. It's not in a good place. But, God can do anything. But it reminds me of what the Apostle Paul says It's like a thorn in my flesh. This stuff not only keeps me humble, he reminds me of my own weakness every day and how I need to stay close to the Lord. And yeah, it's like after everything you did to fix it, it's still not where it should have been. Better, of course, but I think the Lord allowed this. Born and raised with it is not something that I've acquired to bad practice. And this is not to say I haven't had a lot of bad practices, but in my case specifically, they found that to be genetics related. And they found out also it's like one out of 500,000 people gets this. It doesn't get fixed. Over time, the heart gets weaker and weaker, and eventually, you know what happens. So, anyway, I'm walking on grace. I'm sharing this video to say, keep yours truly in your prayer. And also wanted to share and be open with you about my condition. I've spoken about it before. I don't say too much about it, but it's one of those things. And again, a thorn in my flesh. But it's also teaching me to stay close to the Lord and to trust in his love and to follow the health message. You know, the interesting thing that happens now after the surgery now, if I have a palpitation in a matter of 10, 15 minutes, you know, my palpitation was up to 210. So you think about that. And I was just sitting down. I wasn't even doing anything, not even exercising. So even when I exercise too, I have to regulate myself. So I have to keep the treadmill at a certain level so that I don't palpitate the heart. Once you make the heart upset, it's almost like it's mad for the next 30 minutes to an hour. It used to be 48 hours. So that's what the surgery has done that I'm very grateful for, is being able to regulate itself within 20 minutes or so, which is not bad. So we can go from 210 to about 80. My average heart rate is somewhere in the 70s. That's still different, but for a person with a heart condition, that's that's normal. Anyway, that's where we are with that. I just wanted to share that with you. I guess one of the most significant thing I can use right now is some prayer. I gotta get home. I do have some things that I can take to blood thinner and stuff that can also help with that. But need to get home, get some rest, and then get back up to do some more work. I got some things on my schedule that I need to do. But for now, yours truly needs some rest. Anyway, God bless you all. We'll keep talking. Have a good one. Bye.